Okay, we are live. We are live. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pierre Aberge, the Daily Trader. It is March 13th, and we are going to take a look at Tesla stock and Palantir stock from a technical analysis perspective. We do this live every week. Most of the time, I only do this for my members. So if you want to attend this live every single week, then you need to become a member. Today is a special day, so once a month I make it available to the public at large. So yeah, so this is why we are here right now. So let me try to see if everything, yeah, everything is working. Hello Dante, bonjour Dante, nice to see you. Oh, Dante, are you saying that tomorrow's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, Dante. I was going to say that today is my birthday. Yes, March 13th. So today is my birthday, so we are very close. We are both Pisces. Very nice people, by the way. So that's nice. So let's... yes, we have other people. We have people from the public. Hello, Xigi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. You have to forgive my my background. I'm still renovating in my house, so not everything is all done. Yeah, thank you, Vincent. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. This is very nice. This is very nice. Hello from Singapore. I just left Paris two days ago. Are you moving away for good? Mine was Wednesday. Turned 54. Oh, happy birthday to you too. I'm not too far away. I'm not too far away from you. I'm no, sorry, you turned 55. I'm turning 54. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kenneth. Hello, Geomission. Geomission, you have a nice bike. If it's yours, it's a nice bike. Thank you, Kenneth. I love French too. I love French too. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, good times. Pisces rules. So today we are going to take a look at Tesla and Palantir from a technical perspective. So technical analysis, not fundamental analysis. And let me just tell you a little bit about the difference between these two things. Thank you, Kenneth. So the two things, fundamental analysis is the look at the company itself. So, okay, is this a good company? What is the company going to do in terms of revenues in the future? What did they do in the past? Blah 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 blah. So this is this kind of analysis. This is kind of accounting analysis. This is forecasting. Tesla should be producing, I don't know, 10 million cars in 2030. Hello from Ottawa. Things like that. So this is fundamental analysis. So a company can be fundamentally good. Sorry. The problem with fundamental analysis is that a company can be fundamentally good, but its stock can drop a third. So what do we do in that? So what do we do with that? So if we buy a stock from a company, a good company like Tesla, but its stock drops by 30% or 40% or 50%. What do we do? Do we just wait it out and tell ourselves, well, I am a long-term investor, blah, 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 which is great. So you can tell yourself that. You can say, well, I'm a long-term investor and I won't look at it drop and I'll cry when I go to sleep, but I'll try not to look at it too much so that I don't cry too much. Sorry, I'm kind of caricaturing a little bit. But there's another way. So this is the way I prefer. So that way is to look at the stock price itself. Look at the stock price. And when the stock price And by the way, the stock price always moves in patterns. You know, it does patterns that are very recognizable. So when there's a pattern that says that the stock is going up, that's all fine and dandy. Everybody's going to be happy with that. But then, if the stock stops to drop, even though it's a good company, the pattern will change and we are going to know it and we can have a decision to make. So in technical analysis, the decision that we tend to make is that we decide to sell. When a stock becomes into a downtrend, we decide to sell, because what's the point in holding something that is decreasing in value? Okay, we all have cars, but maybe we don't have much choice. But when a stock is in a downtrend, the stock is going down, and we don't have to hold that stock. We don't have to hold the bag. We can sell and then wait until this downtrend stops and the stock starts to recover and starts another bull trend, and then we can buy again. So this is what we tend to do. So even though I completely believe that Tesla and Palantir are great companies, sometimes I sell their stock, and sometimes I buy a put on their stock, because if it's going down, why shouldn't I make money on it? That's it. So I am telling this for the new people here. So technical analysis looks at the stock price. Fundamental analysis looks at the company in itself and tries to justify what's happening to the stock price, and what is happening to the stock price should not be happening because it's a great company. Yes, you're right, it should not be happening, but it's happening. So when it's happening, you have to deal with reality. Anyway, so that's my rant. I like to start with a little rant. So let's start at Tesla. Well, I'm sorry for you, Rainbow Rice. Yeah, I'm sorry for you. I'm gonna, before I start looking at Tesla right away, I'm gonna go to the comments. I'm seeing a few people, so I like it. Do you live in the US or France? Neither. I'm from Quebec. I'm from the wonderful province of Quebec. Yeah, Arnold, but Palantir at 33. Well, I'm sorry for you. Is there an update on the link? No, there's no update on the link. I'm still waiting for TradingView to write back to me. I opened the ticket, and they need to tell me why my link, because for my members I am sharing, well, I don't advertise it anymore because it's not working, but the intention for me is to share my link to my nice charts right here. Should have listened to for a while. Thank you very much, Rainbow. You speak like a French. Yeah, well, yes, I speak like a French. Well, I don't speak like a French from France, because they speaks like this, and I don't speak like this. I speak like this. I speak like tiens, bingo, au revoir. I speak like Celine Dion. Okay, so let's stop wasting time here. So let's look at Tesla. So Tesla closed at 795.35, down 42 bucks. So that's only Friday. $42.95, down 5% in one day. So that's pretty steep. So for the new people right here, let's look at what we have been following in the past. Look at this. Look at this. So since I would say March 18th, 2020, Tesla has been going up, and this is the slope of the increase in the Tesla stock. You know, from March 19 to April 3rd, this is the slope, and the stock was staying above this slope. This is not random. This is not a random thing. This is just real life. And then and then Tesla started to accelerate a little bit and go a little bit steeper. And we have three different channels for Tesla. I won't go in too much detail. You need to watch me every single day of the week to understand a little bit more. But we have three different channels into which the Tesla stock is going into. So the first channel is right here. The second channel is right here. The third channel is right here. And then in January of 2021, this is where Tesla stock was. And then it started a downtrend. Look at this here. Nice downward channel. So people that were holding the stock here at 856, you know, had a lot of pain to see the stock go down to approximately 600. It's okay if you want to suffer that pain, it's okay. But you don't have to. You can see that Tesla has been doing a plateau, and the bottom part of the plateau was at about 805. I think this is where I put it. So if Tesla breaks lower than 805, then you can say, well, okay, Tesla reached the plateau and now it's breaking the plateau, so why should I hold the stock? So you can sell. And then you can wait. You can wait until Tesla has finished going down, as indicated here by this downward resistance. And once Tesla broke this downward resistance, then it meant that this downward trend was over. So you could have bought. So you could have bought at 671. Not too bad. Sell at 857 or so, or 805, and bought back at 671. It's not too bad. So your portfolio would not have decreased at all, or not much from, well, it could have decreased from 905 to 805. Okay, but it's a lot better to only catch that decrease instead of catching all of this decrease here. So this is only what I am trying to do here, is trying to identify the trends for Tesla. Trends. And right now Tesla is in a downtrend. So you can buy the dip, sure, but buying the dip in a downtrend is not the optimal solution, because what is telling you that the downtrend is over? So you are indeed buying high, and we should buy low and sell high, but you are buying high. If Tesla is in a downtrend and you are buying that dip, you are buying high. I'm sorry, you are buying high, buying a little bit lower but still high, and buying lower but still high until it breaks that trend, and that's where the low is. It's not before. So right now Tesla is into this downtrend since November 2021. Look at this, you know, I cannot lie. Look at this. This line fits, you know, these candles right here. We just need to look carefully, and the stock is telling us what we need to know. So we are in a big downward channel. Look at this. It's very clear, and the stock price is touching the green line is called the support, and the red line is called the resistance, and the stock is going between the two. Bing, 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 bing. Sometimes it does something like this, but then it comes back into it, and sometimes it goes lower, but then it comes back into it. So nothing is 100% precise. So sometimes we see these little things that are happening, but most of the time we have a good idea of what's happening. So aside from this big downward channel right here, and let me use this tool here. It's, whoops, not this one, the highlighter. So this is the big downward channel, and we are into a small downward channel, smaller one right here. So Tesla is stuck right here. So until, and today I am introducing a new trendline color, which is blue. So this trendline color is going to mean this is the main resistance that we are looking at right now. I'm going to try to see if it helps me explain what is going on. So right now, this is where we are with Tesla. So if we break this blue resistance, then things are starting to turn around. But right now, nothing is telling us that things are starting to turn around. So last Friday we opened at Tesla. We opened at 840. Opened at 840, had a high of 843, a low of 793, a close of 795, and we broke two support lines that we had at 800 and 805 also. These are the horizontal line that I have here. So yeah, so this is what's happening with Tesla. So when will it be time to buy back again? This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm thinking and saying these things for myself. So when will I buy back into Tesla? Well, I will wait until Tesla crosses this blue line right here. So it can happen this week, it can happen next week, it can happen next week, and the week after, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait, because this is now a downtrend, and a downtrend is like a falling knife. When you drop a knife, you don't try to catch it in mid-air, because it's hard. You might catch the blade instead of the handle. So let's just drop it. Let's let it drop, something like that. Let's let it drop, and then once it goes to the floor, we can pick it up by the handle. So so this is what this is my plan. This is my plan. I'm sharing my plan, and yeah, I was going to say this is free. Yeah, this is free. It's on YouTube. It's free. But this live is for my members only, but only once a month I open it to the public, so that I get more people to look at my videos. So okay, so stochastic is an indicator that we are looking at also. So we like to have stochastic over 60, because when stochastic is over 60, it means that the stock has really good inertia. If it's below 60, we don't believe much the moves up that this stock might have. So so Tesla dropped below 60. We are at 39. MACD, another indicator that we are looking at. MACD tells us that this is bullish. So when the blue line is above the orange line, this is bullish. When the RSI is above 50, it's bullish, and now it's at 40. And when the green line is above the red line for the MI, this is bullish, and now it's not. So you see, we have three of our 4 indicators that are telling us that Tesla is going down. So and only one is telling us that no, yes, it's good. So we don't listen to only one indicator. We tend to like to see a few at the same time. So if we only see one indicator, you know, we can still take a position long, but it's going to be a riskier position. If we have two indicators, it's going to be less risky. If we have 3, it's going to be less risky. If we have 4, it's going to be even less risky. So you make your own decisions. I'm only here to tell you what I see, and you pick the ingredients in what I am telling you, and you make your own recipe, and you decide what you want to do. Okay, let me go back to the comments before going to the weekly chart and monthly chart of Tesla. So we have Richard from Victoria. Hello, Richard. Nice to see you. Hold on for dear life, Tesla. Yes, that's a way of doing it. Tesla is set up to be a huge winner in the aftermath of all macro. Yes, I totally agree. Totally agree that it's going to go to the moon. But right now it's going to the core of the earth. So I'm going to wait a little bit, personally. Thank you. Really rush. Selling call spread when market opens. Ouais, c'est ça. So these are more sophisticated tools. So I have some of my subscribers and members who deal heavily with options, and they listen to my channel to get my trend lines so that they can place their puts and calls, strike price and everything. So yeah, sure. Once broken, let me show this. Once broken resistance, do we need to wait 3 days for confirmation before buying? Well, yeah, some people say 2 days. I've never heard the 3 days myself. So some people wait for 2 days, but even then, so you should see it as a risk continuum. If you wait for 5 days, it's going to be less risky. That the break is really a good break, but then you will have missed maybe some move up. If you wait only after 1 day of break, then it's riskier, but you will get most of the move up, because you will have lost only 1 day, and you need to lose at least 1 day, because if you don't have that 1 day, it has not broken resistance, so there's nothing to buy yet. So first day is riskier, second day is less risky, third day is less, fourth day is less. So you see, you catch my drift. You make your own decisions. Sometimes you should not wait. Sometimes you should not wait, because sometimes a stock might just take off. So if we look at this here, let's look at Tesla here. So September 24th, we were having a top here, I think at 805. So yes, this is our 805 resistance, 805. So Tesla tried to go above 805. Try. Did not succeed. It succeeded here. October 13th, it broke above resistance. So the next day, if you had bought right on the next day, you would have bought at 818. If you had bought 3 days after, you would have bought, at 846. So for a stock that has legs, so Tesla has legs. So for a stock that has legs, I tend not to wait too much. So when there's a break, I tend to go in, because I don't want to be left behind here. That was a great move here. Great move. Look at the stock. It only paused here at around 860. It paused a little bit, and then it continued like crazy. So voila. So I cannot say a definite answer. So sometimes, and this is why we are, this is why stock market is hard, because there's no 100% rule. There are no rules that work 100%. There's none. So you will always make mistakes. So you need to choose what kind of mistakes you want to do. Do you want to make the mistake of getting in right after the first or second day when a resistance has been broken, and then risk the stock going back down and you lose some money? Or do you want to risk waiting and catching something that's safer, but you kind of lost this little part here? And also another problem with waiting for 3, 4, 5 days after a break of resistance is that stocks, you know, always move in zigzag like this. So if you wait 3, 4, 5 days, then you are going to buy here and you will need to suffer this pullback to the original support that could happen, or a pullback higher than the original support before the stock resumes again. So this part here is hard because you say, well, okay, I just bought and now it's going down. So it depends on what type of mistake you want to be open to. So this is why I never tell people when to buy and when to sell, because this is such a personal opinion. This is just a personal decision, I would say. This is a personal decision because this is your money and you might be rich, you might be not rich. Yeah. MACD is extremely slow to react to price. Absolutely. MACD is but slow. Okay. Let me qualify this. MACD will give you a lot of false signals. So let's look at let's look at here. So February 9th approximately. So we are into a downtrend, you know, a very narrow downtrend, but this is a downtrend. And you know, we have MACD here with the blue line above the orange line telling us this is a buy signal. That was a bit wrong. We have another one here telling us that this is a buy signal. That's a bit wrong. We have another one here, and I don't know if it crossed back here. No, it did not cross back, but you catch my drift here. So MACD here is totally useless. It's totally useless. It's giving us a lot of bad signals. So this is why we are always using trend lines. We are using stochastic, and I would have to say that trend lines are very, very important and the most important thing. Stochastic, I would say, is the second most important thing. MACD is nice sometimes, and the thing is that sometimes depending on the layout of the chart, on what the chart price is doing, sometimes we need to listen more to MACD and sometimes we need to listen more to stochastic. So it's not, there's no clear-cut rule, I find. And yeah, based on how I do things, it's more of an art, I would say, than a purely mathematical thing. But that's just me. Hello from Toronto. Hey, fellow Canadian. Hello, Innovative Edge. If you wait too long, you will manquer le bateau. Every action has consequence. Exactly. So, yeah. All the gurus teaching, holding, not timing the market. I've been listening to the wrong advice the whole time. Had I listened to Pierre? Ben, c'est ça, exactly. Yeah, the gurus. You know, when I started to believe in technical analysis, because I've been playing with technical analysis for on and off, but I started in 1991. So, but when I really believed it was, let me find the NASDAQ. Okay, it was in the dot-com bubble, the dot-com bubble bust. This is when I realized the power of technical analysis. So let me go back to 2000. Yeah. So basically I started as I mentioned, I started in 1991. Had horrible performance. I lost money, stopped investing in the stock market, tried again, blah, 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 blah. And around 99, you know, you could buy anything and everything was anything, or well, I should say everything was going up. Everything was going up. So, you know, so I was investing in a bunch of stocks. So I'm going to do this here. So I was invested in many stocks and everything was going great. I was making money. I was selling stocks when they were telling me I should sell. I was selling them, blah, 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 blah. And at some point, if I remember correctly, it was around April. Yeah, well, we should see it here somewhere. Well, is it the right chart? Okay, this is the S&P. I should look at the Nasdaq instead. Okay, let me tell this story faster. So, I was fully invested at the beginning of 2000. So I had many internet stocks and everything. And then, you know, I would sell some when I would see a sell signal, and I would buy others and so on. And then I started seeing a weird pattern. My holdings, I was seeing sell signals. Well, I should sell this one because it broke a support, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to sell it. And once I would sell a stock, I would look for other stocks to buy. So I would look for buy signals. And I would not find any. Okay. Next day, another stock would tell me, well, okay, boom. A support was broken, I need to sell. I would sell it and I would look for another stock to buy. I would not find any. And I started to think it was strange. And I did that with every stock I own, and I had not bought any other stocks because I did not see any buy signals in any other stocks. So I was like, what's wrong with me? I cannot find anything. What is the problem? And I'm not lying. 2 days after that, there was the big crash in the stock market. The dot-com bust had started with a bang. So I was flabbergasted. Well, I did not predict it. I did not predict the crash, but I sold because my stocks were giving me sell signals. And I was all cash and I did not lose much. And everybody around me, and at that time I was in Silicon Valley. So I was right in there where the dot-com was happening. I was right in there. I was working. I had a contract with Schwab.com. I was helping them with something. And I was hearing about investors losing half of their portfolio and everything. And I was like, I sold everything. So it was not luck. The stock price was telling me that things were wrong. And I acted on the stock price move. And that got me out. So from that point on, I've been... Technical analysis is the best. I don't care about what the gurus are saying. We should see the stock price. Well, the stock price should go up. It should go down. Yeah. What do you know? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So let's start. Let's stop trying to be smart and try to predict. Well, I see Tesla at at $5,000 in 2025. I have no clue. I have no clue. I have no clue, and I don't want to have a clue. I don't want to have a clue. But when Tesla is going to stop its downtrend and reverse, I'm going to see it and I'm going to hop on it. That's it. I don't need to be smart. I just need to observe and be calm and be patient. Sorry, this was the second rant. Okay. Is it about timing the bottom or no? It's not about timing the bottom, because I will never get in at the bottom, because I won't know it's the bottom before it started to going back again. And here I'm gonna know, okay, there was a downtrend here. It broke that downtrend. I'm gonna buy. The bottom was right here. I did not buy at the bottom. I will never buy at the bottom, because buying at the bottom is risky, because you don't know it's the bottom until it's not anymore. And when it's not anymore, you cannot go back in time and buy at the bottom. It's too late. So buying at the bottom is risky, because you could have thought here that, you know, 900 for Tesla was the bottom. Okay, oh yeah, well, yeah, this looks like the bottom. It looks like the bottom, because, you know, it's touching support. It's touching support. I'm gonna buy it. Well, now we are at, you know, we came down to 695. Was it the bottom? I don't know yet. We are still in the downtrend. So, yeah. Okay, sorry. If you wait too long, you will manquer le bateau. Every action has a consequence. Absolutely. Okay, sorry. Where was I? What about fake outs? Okay, yeah, yes, the fake outs. That's a true point. If you don't wait for 2-3 days after a breakout, then you can be faked. It could be a head fake. So what I like to do to minimize this, I like to look at stochastic. So stochastic, and what's wrong with my stochastic? So stochastic, above 60 is required for a break in resistance. That will help a lot. That will help a lot. And I will also go into the 1 hour chart to look at what is happening. And yes, I sometimes use a stop loss. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything. You put a stop loss there. And if you have been faked, you get out immediately. You lose a little bit and you wait for the next time. So that's perfectly fine. Buy Tesla stock, I've got, wow, you've got a lot. You've got a lot. What is your best guess on how low Tesla and Palantir are likely to go? I have no clue. I'm selling more rental properties in Vegas to purchase. Well, you seem to be doing well, my friend. You seem to be doing well. So long term, it's going to work for you, because Tesla is a great company. So eventually the stock price should go back up a lot. That's what I'm going to say. Is there any chance Tesla gets back to... I have no clue. I have no clue. There's a definite resistance here at 1200. So 1200 is a psychological numbers. Is a psychological number. So I don't know. This is not my game. I don't try to predict where it's gonna go. I try to predict the journey. So when the journey down has stopped and the journey up starts, I'm gonna hop on the journey, and I don't care what is the destination. Maybe it's 1500, I don't know, but I'm gonna be in it until the journey changes. So that's I'm just trying to harp on that point, because I think yeah, I don't think that point has been, well, this way of looking at things has not been taught a lot. So this is why I harp on it. I don't try to, you know, I don't want to be mean, but I just want to harp on it so that it's clear. How much, is there any chance? How much does a catalyst productivity of the company? Those are great questions that you are asking. I think I'm going to answer, but there's different ways. There are different ways of answering this compared to technical. Well, okay, let me try this. So Tesla has been, you know, Tesla has been building more and more cars every quarter, right? So let's look at let me see something. Let's look at hyperchart. So if we go on hyperchart, okay, so this is the slope of vehicles that Tesla has been delivering. You know, this is going up like this, right? It's going up like this. Why is the stock doing this? Does not make sense. Does not make sense. Look at the revenue like this. Look at the revenue and operating income and gross profit like this. Net income like this. The margins are increasing. Operating expenses, okay, I won't look at this one. Cash flow like this. Cash at least flat, but the stock price doing this. So what can I say? So facts or fundamental facts is one thing, but it's people that are buying stocks. People are buying stocks. People are deciding, yes, I want to buy this. And they are making these decisions with their heads and with their emotions and with their interpretations and everything. So if you do fundamental analysis, you don't understand the psychological part. And I can look at the psychological part of the investors by the stock price, because that psychological part. So you have the fundamental analysis as one variable. The second variable is the psychological interpretations of people, the analysts and you, and this equals stock price. So if you look at the stock price, you are indeed analyzing everything that's combined, and voila. Want to get over 3,000 shares. Wow, good for you on the dot. Yes, I was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted about the stock market in 2000. I could not believe this. You know, I'm a nobody. But technical analysis fucking works. I feel the same. The one thing that scared me was the high interest rates. Yes, so it's so hard to navigate all the fundamental things that we need to understand. We need to understand inflation. How is inflation going to influence the stock price? How is Putin and Ukraine going to influence the stock price? How is the gasoline price going to influence Tesla's stock? How is what's happening in Germany with the Berlin factory, with the approval except for the water thing, going to impact the stock price? I don't know. And you would have to understand all of these different variables and weight them against each other. Well, maybe. Okay, so the fact that Berlin factory did not get the full approval because of the water thing, so maybe that's a minus $5 on the stock price. And maybe the increase in gasoline price in the US is going to be maybe at plus $10 on the Tesla price, but inflation is maybe minus $15. So what should be the stock price then? This is impossible to do. And nobody can do it. And we see the analysts on TV do it after the fact. They see the stock price go down, and they say, well, because of this it came down. Says who? This is just correlation all the time, and we can never know. Okay, good story. You beat the backholders. Yes. We are still in the big yes, rich margin. We are still in the bear trend until chart says otherwise. My technical analysis teacher back in 1991, I used to work at the Montreal Stock Exchange, and this guy was telling me, if you want to be smart about the stock market, you will remain poor. If you don't care about being smart and just follow what it tells you, you're going to be rich. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that you like my rants. I appreciate it. Zim shares are allowed a dividend of 17 bucks. Ooh. Be smart, be patient. Is 80% Tesla too much weighting on portfolio? I cannot say. I am myself around those numbers because I don't want to average out my portfolio and just have the S&P 500 return. If I do all of this work, it's because I want to have a 10x return in a few years or in a year. And this happened with Tesla. This happened with Tesla because Tesla is a great company and it happened. So yeah, so 80%, yeah, exactly. 80% Tesla is smart. I think so too. Well, 80% Tesla when it comes out of the downtrend, I would say. I'm sorry about that. Ramping up, macro environment crushes all stocks, even the good ones. Exactly. Exactly. It's like the dollar, what is this? Getting stronger, so people would risk off and hold cash in commodities. Yeah. P ratio steadily dropping. Good afternoon, Quebec. Hey, yes, man. Montreal. I would pay good money if you made a technical analysis playlist. Okay. Good money. I'm open to this. Well, I do analyze Tesla and Palantir every single day, and it's free. You can become a YouTube member, and then I speak like this every Sunday. But you need to be a member to listen to this, except today. Where do you see strong support level for Tesla? Yeah, that's another. Okay, this I can answer almost. So diagonal support is more important than horizontal support. So this is the current downtrend here. So we passed it a little bit, but this was the downtrend here at 729. This was the support, and the support is still decreasing. So we have this big support right here, and okay, I think this is a great time to look at the weekly chart. So I sometimes on Sunday I look at the weekly chart of Tesla and Palantir, and let me do this now. So okay, so there's some support right here at 695. We touched it. Okay, so now I am looking at the weekly chart. So each bar represents 1 week instead of 1 day. So so we could easily go back to 695 right here. See, we still have this same downward channel. This one is green. And we have stochastic extremely low, so still no push here. So we need to watch this one go down. There's a possibility that we stop at 695. And there's a possibility that we stop at 561. And there's a possibility that we stop at any point. I don't mind. I'm not looking at support per se. I'm looking at breaking of the resistance. So this is the same resistance I am looking at. This is the resistance I want Tesla to break. So I don't know when it's going to be broken. There's some support at 695. There's some support at 560. I don't know. Yeah, well, thank you, Panya. I appreciate it. I agree that news is noise. I've become a worse trader. Yeah, yes. Things are simpler if I had... Yes, exactly. Price action is everything. Price action is what you need to know. I've learned a lot. Do you still sell? Well, I don't sell covered calls in Tesla when I'm out of Tesla. Yeah, so by definition, I cannot sell covered calls when I don't own a stock. So, so right now, no. So I tend to sell covered calls after a stock has made a peak. So when I feel it has made a peak and started to come back down, then that's a good time to sell some covered calls, or maybe buy a put for the pullback. But then I still own that stock because the trend is still a bullish trend, and I just want to play the pullback while still owning the stock. Once the bull trend has broken, then it's not a bull trend. I don't want to own any stock when it's in a downtrend. So then I don't. So obviously I don't sell any covered calls. Yes, Bruce. This is great. This is great. This is great. But I will still wait to see it in the stock price. If I don't see it in the stock price, even though the factories are opening, then what's the point? We buy stock in Tesla because we want the stock price to go up. We don't buy the news. We buy we buy a stock that has a price, and if a piece of news has no impact on the price, then it's too bad. I won't buy because of the news. I will buy if I see an impact in the stock price because of the news. Or I don't even care if there is a news. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't even care if there are news. And I don't even care for the numbers here. I don't even care about the numbers. I just care that there is going to be a candle at some point that will do this. And then the candles are going to do this. So when the candles are going to do this, I will buy here and I will write it. And I don't even care at what price I will get it at, because this price is going to be lower than that price. That's all I care about. I care about the relative price. Buy low, sell high. That's it. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow with Tesla? Don't know. I hope everybody's here buys Tesla because not yeah. In genomic stocks in terms of yes, well, I don't have. That's the problem with the technical analysis thing I'm doing, is that I don't really research stocks. Or well, no, sorry, I don't research companies. So I rely on ARK Invest. You know, ARK Invest, they are looking at great stocks. So if I want to find a stock in the genomic industry, I just look at ARK Invest and look at their companies that they like, and then I'll look at technical analysis of these companies and then see, well, do I like? Well, is there a buy signal for that stock or not? Did I miss the Tesla analysis? Well, no, I've been doing it. I've been talking a lot. Fed meeting, yes, Fed meeting. This is another thing. There are so many things that can impact the stock price. The market could drop a lot more. Exactly. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know. Is Tesla going to drop because of the Fed meeting? Maybe. Then yeah, exactly. So tipping is turned off, my friend. How do I'm sorry, but how do I put that on? Here? I don't know how to put it on. Well, you can tip me on my you can tip me tomorrow when you look at my video. But thank you for telling me. I'll try to do it. I am using Ecamm, this software. So you know, there are so many things, and Ecamm is setting some, you know, is setting some settings, and YouTube is doing others. So, but thank you for telling me. Okay, let me go back to, you know, I'm talking a lot and not getting much accomplished. So on the weekly chart of Tesla, and to get a good push on the daily stock, it's nice to have the weekly stock show us a buy signal. Oh, I've got the super chat, 20 bucks. Well, thank you. It seems like it worked. So, yeah. So, I'm going to repeat this. So, on the daily chart, it's nice to have a, you know, to get the Tesla stock going on the daily chart, it's nice to have the weekly chart also give us a buy signal. It's not required 100%, but it's nice. So when I look at the weekly chart on Sunday and I look at this, right now there's no buy signal yet. So stochastic at 17 and we need it at 60. MACD crossed over bearish, so it needs to cross over bullish again. So it's going to take a few weeks. RSI at 43, and DMI has turned red. So these are all indications that we are still in a downtrend for the weekly chart. So I like to take a look at this because the weekly chart is giving us a broader context and longer term context. And I won't look at the monthly chart because we are halfway through the month, so it does not make sense. Let me just do a quick look at Palantir. So Palantir, look at this here. So Palantir, this is a great company. This is another great company. Great company. I believe in that company. The stock has been, stunk these past 5 or 6 months. And right now, so we are into this big downward channel. And we touched support right here. We had the nice green candle. We have this 1194. So 1194 is a very important resistance. And we crossed it March 1st. We crossed it March 2nd. So this was a good example that even waiting for 2 days above the resistance at 1194 could not have helped us because the stock went down right after. But down, it pulled back a little bit, and now this is the new support it's following, and it's breaking that support a little bit here. So to me, Palantir is not a buy before at least we break 1194, and it would be nice to have stochastic over 60. And on the weekly chart, look at this. You know, so on the weekly chart, I set the is that right? I set the support at 11 bucks. At 11 bucks on the weekly chart, and so far we are right on that support. It has been 4 weeks that we are above 11 bucks. So so I hope that we are not going to go lower than that, because if we go lower than that, then the other support that we are going to get is at 9 bucks. Support at 9 bucks. right here. So still no sign on the weekly chart of any move up at all. But here we see that we have a short-term bull trend. I don't know if it's going to last a long time, but since February 24th, we are in a very minuscule uptrend. So 1194 is what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is basically what I do on Sunday. So I rant a lot, I tell stories, I look at the stock price on the daily chart like we did last Friday, and I also look at the weekly chart. Did I say weekly? I don't remember. So I look at daily and weekly on Sunday, and every week of the day I look at Tesla and Palantir. So if you listen to me, if you subscribe to my channel, I suggest that you do that. It's completely free. I suggest that you subscribe to my channel. I suggest that you become a member. It's only $5 a month. It's super cheap. How fast can you lose $5 on the stock market? In a microsecond. So yeah, so because I look at Tesla and Palantir every single day, we are going to know exactly when this downward resistance is going to break. And I'm going to tell you what I think of the indicators that are there to confirm or infirm, this is French, I don't know if it works in English, infirm the move. So let me, yes, there's a donation. Thank you very much, information processor, very nice of you. So I'm gonna go through the rest of the comments, and I think that is going to be it. We have been live for 1 hour exactly. Okay, Parkham, ARK sold all its position in Palantir. Do you think it's still a good stock to invest? I still think it's a good company, but I don't research my companies as much as ARK Invest, as Kathy would. So yes, I am concerned that she sold. I am concerned that she sold. I did not take the time to understand exactly why yet. I might look at this eventually, and that might impact my decision to stop looking at Palantir or not, but this will have no impact on me buying or not the stock, because I will wait for a technical analysis signal to buy. I'm not waiting for Kathy to buy, because Kathy, you know, Kathy is nice, is great, huh? Kathy, yeah, I love her. I love her, but look at this. Look at this. So her ARK Invest fund, I don't know which one is it. This is the innovation fund. So her innovation fund has been in a downfall. Yes, I know she has some rules that she cannot have, I guess, 100% cash. But, you know, I don't like that. I don't like to have something that is worth $123 at, you know, on November 4th, and now it's worth $57. I don't like that at all. So as I said at the beginning, I don't know if you were there, but at the beginning, fundamental analysis is great, but if it does not translate in stock price going up, I don't care that much about the fundamental analysis. I might care later when the stock price behaves like it should because of the fundamental analysis. Then I'm going to care when it starts to behave. So I care about the stock behavior, not the fundamental analysis that much. Okay, let me go back to the comments. I like you guys because you are commenting a lot, and I like that. Buy your membership. Yes, it's only $5 to become a member here. $5 a month. RKK has positive inflows again. Kathy will buy Tesla under... Yeah, okay, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, we don't see we don't see any move up yet. Whoops, sorry. We don't see any move up yet. We are going to see a stop in the fall once we break this downward resistance right here. Does extended hour candles matter for technical analysis? No, not that much. Not that much, because we tend to look at it during the day, you know, and if you have something in the extended hours, it can reverse the next day. So no, it's not as important. Waited to buy in Tesla at 600. I know it will get there. Well, like this, if you have a crystal ball, it's lucky for you. But what if it starts to go back up at 650? It can happen, so I would be careful. For the puts you buy, how many days till expiration do you look for? Depends. Sometimes it's during the week, and sometimes it's not very far. So it's most of the time it's 2-3 weeks, 1-2-3 weeks. What is it you like about Palantir? Yeah. Okay, so Palantir, I like it because, well, it's hard to understand exactly what they are doing, but how can I express it? They are very close to the user. They are close to the user. They talk about personas. And if they are using personas, as I think they are, then this is extremely powerful stuff. Yeah, I am a computer guy. And I've designed the software, and if you don't use personas, you are missing the boat. So this is one thing that they seem to be doing, because they have been talking about that. And Peter Thiel is very, very smart, so I like that he founded the company and that he's still around. Alex Karp, I don't know much about him, but he seems to be really intelligent, and when he's on the earnings call, I think that what he says are gems, but I think that these gems are lost on the analysts. And I think it seems like their software platform is not just crunching data and not just connecting to all a company's databases, blah blah blah, and enabling them to get some data insight. So they viewed their software not from a bottom up, from the data up, but from a user down. So that's the big difference. So they allow companies to answer questions like, I don't know, what is going to be the impact if I increase my price by $5? And they seem to be able to give answers to questions that business people have. So the business people don't have to make the system tell them what they want to hear. They can just have the direct answer from the system. I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly, but these are just impressions, because I have never played with the system. I've watched some demos and everything, and I've heard what other people have said about their software. So that's all I have. And it's supposed to be better than Snowflake. So, okay, so I think I've rambled quite enough. So thank you very much, guys, for being there with me. So I really appreciated the exchange. So I find that doing these public live is great, because, you know, we can have a conversation. So I really enjoyed it. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, and subscribing is free, and becoming a member of my YouTube channel is only $5 a month. So I welcome you into our
community. So I'm going to wish you a great rest of the weekend, and I'm starting to close my stuff here. So I'm going to wish you a great rest of the weekend, and we are going to talk tomorrow right after the stock market close. So I wish you all to be there. So thank you guys. Bye bye, and à la prochaine.